Good evening, and welcome to another Lego Speed Championship. Sorry about that. All right. 4 year. I've been streaming like over 3 years now. You'd think I would remember to um, mute the playback when I started talking. Anyway, I have another Lego Speed Champions 2 pack tonight. This will be cars number 13 and 14 in my collection. And I learned this morning that for the first time since Speed Champions entered Generation 2 in 2020, we're actually getting a second wave of Speed Champions on in a few weeks. Every Generation 2, every year since Generation 2 began, there's only been the one Speed Champions wave. But I just learned we're getting 5 more cars in another couple of weeks. So I'll probably be taking my Speed Champion Summer hiatus after car number 24 instead of car number 20, because there's a 2 2 packs and one single pack in the next wave, and the single car is really beautiful. I've seen a picture of it, and I really want to rush getting that into my collection almost as soon as it becomes available. I'll probably end up pre-ordering that one. So that'll give me an opening to choose 3 more cars, because 24 is as good a round number as any to take a break. So let me get the camera going. And this is the set we're building tonight. This is my 4th Speed Champions 2 pack and cars number 13 and 14 overall in my collection. This is the Aston Martin Racing team pack. It comes with the Valkyrie AMR Pro, which is the green car you see in this picture, and then the dark gray, almost black car you see is the Vantage GT3. I'll be building the Vantage first because I like the color scheme on the Valkyrie better, so I want to finish with the more brightly colored car. Um, Let me take that off camera, and I will show you the back of the box. So, as in standard Speed Champions box tradition, you can see the 2 cars driving away, and then you can see photographs of the actual cars over in the side corner. We're not going to take too much time on that. I spent too much time talking on my last stream. I want to get into it tonight, so let's find where the tear holes are. And I have my trusty tool as usual. And let's get the box open. So, oh, there's the push tabs. I almost didn't see them in my poor lighting. That's all right. So the box is open. Let's check out our contents inside. We have here the 2 instruction books, which of course I won't be using because we'll be doing the PDFs in the corner like I usually do. 2 sticker sheets. This one clearly says Valkyrie on it, so we'll set this one aside because we're doing the Vantage first. This one clearly says Vantage on it, so this is the sticker sheet we're starting with. Alright, and then we have our content bags. And the Vantage looks like it's bags 3 and 4. So let's set bags 1 and 2 aside. 2, 4, here's 1. And then 4 we'll set aside until we need it. And here's bag 3, where we will be starting today's build on the Vantage. So bag 3 is gonna. It looks like this car is a standard Speed Champions build order of the back of the car first and then the front. So the first thing we're gonna build is our driver. If I can get bag 3 open. And that of course is the standard chassis piece. We will be needing that very shortly. Oh, and as you can see, this is a 2-pack, which means the two drivers share a wrench, which means I have here my bag of spare wrenches, and we will take one out for this driver. Oh, hold on. I didn't put the instructions on for you to see. So there's the cover of the instruction manual, and as we move on, that shows you that we're in bag 3. As you can see, this driver doesn't have a wrench because it's a 2-pack, and so they share a wrench. So I have my bag of spare wrenches so that we can give one to this driver. And I will set that aside because I will not need that till my next stream. I have one more 2-pack in the queue, and I was planning to stream it on Sunday, but it looks like we might have Sunday plans for Star Wars weekend. So if I don't stream Sunday, I'll stream that sometime during the week. And I just dropped that wrench I pulled out. Hold on. All right, we got it. Okay, so now the driver. And he's got this cool lime green colored racing uniform. And where's the minifigure head? Somewhere in here. There's the head. Oh, this driver wears glasses. And of course, he gets hair. Where's the hair piece? Oh, he's got the pointy hair piece. Oh, he's a cool looking driver. So here's the driver for the Vantage GT3. He's got a cool, unique look. And there's the back of his racing suit. You can see the Aston Martin Racing logo on it. And as usual, we will sit him off in the corner so he can watch the build. We'll give him his wrench. And we need to give him a helmet. As usual, I'm not putting the helmet on right now because he doesn't have a car to drive yet. So there's the helmet. And we will just set that next to him with the wrench. And now we will get ready to actually build. And we go to the first page of the car. Wow. So we'll start with a standard chassis piece, and then we'll add various pieces to it, and eventually we will have the Aston Martin Vantage GT3 car. So we're starting this car with the axle block. Okay, what's going on here? All right, we need 4 of these little 1x1 rounds. 1, 2, Sorry, you can't see the step. It's black on black, and it's 1 by 1, which means my fat fingers get in the way. Okay, that's built up. Now we need these brackets on the back end. Again, the little tiny brackets. There's a lot of black and gray pieces in this car, but you can also see some like bright green and red pieces where that's going to make up some of the decoration of the car. All right, where's that? We need to find those little gray brackets. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so if we go to the bottom of the car, it's not often, or at least it hasn't been my experience so far in Speed Champions, that we tend to add pieces to the bottom of the car. So that's cool. All right, what's going on here? That goes in the middle of the chassis like that, and then plate there, and there. And it's black on black, so you can't really see what I'm doing in this lighting right now. Okay, and then we have some of these dark gray jumpers going around the seating area. One of the things I really enjoy about Speed Champions and LEGO in general, but especially Speed Champions, is seeing how this random pile of tiny pieces comes together to form a uniquely shaped car. Every Speed Champions car has unique shaping and its own build techniques to achieve the unique shapes in each car. That's very cool to see. The instruction sheets, this one looks kind of. They have the sticker sheets. They seem to have an average amount of stickers for the Speed Champions line. Doesn't look like too many, but more than I'm comfortable with in a set, if you know what I mean. Stickers are the one thing that really annoys me about the Speed Champions line. Because if you don't place the stickers just right, you can mess up how your car looks. Wrong piece. I'm glad I caught that before I attached it to the car. Interesting. I wonder what these little slopes we're attaching to the side of the car are going to do for the shaping. This is not quite a normal build technique. Then again, when has Speed Champions been known for normal build techniques? I mean Speed Champions Generation 2. The smaller cars in Generation 1, they weren't much more than glorified city scale cars. The Generation 2 cars are where it's at for me. And then we're putting these panels along the side to form the bumper. So we have our first little bit of the car's outward shaping going on with these panels. There we go. That's what it looks like with the side bumpers attached. And we have our first couple stickers, the 28 and the 33. And these are two stickers that are going to demand perfection because there is a because they are a continuation of each other. All right. I'm having trouble getting my finger in there because of the way panels are shaped. If it was a tile piece, that would have taken me about half the time. Not too bad. There is some obvious gapping on that stripe, but I think I lined them up pretty well. Oh, that was only meant to be done with one side at a time. Well, I saved myself this step, I guess, by doing it ahead of time. I have to be more careful about doing that. And I just dropped the sticker sheet. Let me get the sticker on because I have live sticker on my finger right now. And then I'll pick up the sticker sheet and get the other sticker going. So this car is actually starting with the stickers before there's even any shape to the car. That's pretty cool. That stripe came out pretty clean. All right. Now let's get back to our build. And then okay. What's going on here? Where are the slopes I need for this step? There's one of them. Okay. Now I have to do another one of those. Bracket with slope. There's one piece and the other. And I just attach that over here. And then some more brackets for the back of the car. That's not the right bracket. Where's the one I actually need? Shoot. Sometimes when pieces are similar colors, they blend together in the pile. There it is. Okay. And then there is the corner plates. Oh, that was bad grammar on my part. There are corner plates that go on the back of those brackets. And then these little there should be two. There's one. We're looking for another one of those slime green 1x1 rounds. That was lime green is a very distinctive color. It should be, especially in this parts palette, it should be easy to find the lime green pieces. So where is this round tile that I need? There it is. It was under another piece. And then we need this red bracket. And some more of the 1x5 plates that I can't get used to, going on the back of the car like that. Okay. And now we have some green wedges. And we need a tile in there. So that's what we just did. And then we need to keep building up. Sorry if I'm not talking much. I don't really have much to talk about today, other than commenting on the process as we go through it. And then we just put this tile in the middle there. And then we need to start building our first sub-assembly, which uses a studs not on top brick. Okay. So it looks like this sub-assembly is going to be getting some stickers on it shortly. Five stickers on the sub-assembly. Interesting. Let me go ahead and get this built up first. Okay, and then we have some panel pieces on top. It feels darker than it usually does in my area. I have all the lights on. Maybe one of the lights is getting ready to go out, maybe. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming the last of the 3 2-packs. Since I was planning to do it Sunday, but it looks like I might actually be going out Sunday, so... Alright, there's a bunch of stickers going on here. Bear with. Bear with me, because these are very small stickers. I want to make sure I line them up right. I want to make sure that they're all straight. Because these stickers make up a stripe. So I want to make sure that they line up so that it looks good. So if I go off camera for this, don't worry about it, because with stickers, I need to use precision. And that first sticker is crooked. The second sticker I did pretty good. I overcompensated too much there. They're noticeably uneven, but I think I corrected as much as I could without making it even worse. So, yeah, no, that's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly anyway because we're building a car, not a plane, but I meant the expression, not literally. I cannot get the stripe right. That's straighter. Can I come back and readjust that first section anymore? It's starting to make an evident crease. I don't think I can fix it too much more. Alright, let's get this last sticker going. I wasted too much time on the stripe as it is. And given how narrow the stripe actually is, it's a detail that the majority of people looking at this car probably won't even notice. Now, the next 2-pack, the other 2-pack I have, I know those cars, I've seen a review, I know those cars are particularly sticker heavy. So here's that racing stripe. You can see how I botched the sticker placement and it's not even, and it continues on to the sides there. Hold on. Was that supposed to be a different color? It was. Okay. So this whole section will attach to the back bracket like this. And then we have to continue building up to the sides. Okay. And it looks like we have wheel arches going on here. And we're supposed to attach a couple tiles. Where do these attach? Something doesn't look right. I missed something somewhere, maybe. Yeah, I put these two black plates in the wrong position. That's where I messed up. There. Now I should be able to put the wheel arch in where it is intended to go, like that. And now that lines up properly. So we'll do the same thing for this side. You need to find the two little tiles. And attach that over here. All right, we're back on track. And now we have these little yellow studs we put in. And then it looks like these are supposed to go here, maybe? And then we have these rounded corners. And then we have two basic bricks. It's very unusual to see a lot of basic bricks in Lego sets these days. It's mostly all plates and specialized parts these days. The classic Lego brick is now a minority of parts, especially in sets like this, which are all about the unique shaping of each model. All right, so we're doing up some more brackets now. And this one will attach over the other brackets like this. Not sure why it didn't have us attach these little 1x1 brackets before attaching that assembly. But here we are, so let's just do it and keep going. So stud, pan, stud. This goes on the back. angled slightly downward. And then same thing. Like that. And then we have some more wedges going on. And like that. And then another round of wedges. And here we have a tile that gets a sticker. That's a cool sticker. But I don't have it centered well enough. Let's try that again. If you place the sticker and the edge of the sticker is off the edge of the tile, you haven't done it right. So, there's the Aston Martin Racing logo. And that's going to go on the back here. Like that. That looks pretty cool like that. Okay. Now we have a plate with a printed on this. Oh, that's cool. Look at the side printing on this plate, and it's very faint. But on that little 2x1 plate that we put above the AMR sticker tile, you can see the Aston Martin logo, the Wings logo. That's pretty cool. Sometimes Speed Champions gives us tiny side prints like that. Every car's attention to detail is pretty cool, is pretty amazing. Okay, this one also gets its tiny sticker. And that will go right there. And that little sticker is just the beginning of a stripe that's going to go down the top of the car, it looks like. And now we have to do another assembly. And this assembly has some clips going on. And then there's this piece that attaches via the clips. And that looks like it folds up a bit to fit in the gap here. Okay, so that's what we just did. We just did a little assembly that allowed us to get some shaping going on in there. Oh, that's how it goes. Okay. We've got these little tooth pieces in trans red that make up part of the, I guess, the lighting arrangement, the tail light arrangement. And then we have some more little clip pieces going on here. And then some wedges. All right, so now we're basically what we're doing is we're trying to shape off the back of the car. Okay, that's interesting. This little assembly here that we made, it's got a little bit of a very short stubby bar and then a slope. And we actually pressed this into those clips we put in to create the shaping at the back. And the slope goes against the slope of the tail light like that, finishing off the shape. That's a clever technique. I did not see this one coming. And then again, I didn't really know about I don't know about each car until I build it. I've never really been a car person before this, before I got into the series. For me, it's more about the build technique than the actual car features. But Speed Champions has become one of my favorite LEGO series. So that's what it looks like with the other side attached. That's pretty clever how they did that. All right, some more wedges and clips, it looks like. All right, where's the other wedge? There it is. Now we need to do another sub-assembly. This one uses some more of those jumper plates that we've been using. And brackets, it looks like. And then we have these brick wedges. Okay, so this is going to come down along these other wedges like this, and also form the seat backs on the interior as we drop it into place. So this is what we just built. It's got these little green slopes on the front, and we'll line it up with these wedges, drop it into place, and it creates parts of the seats, as well as some more shaping for the back of the car there. And then we have a panel, and this panel makes up the back window, it looks like. And we line that up with the other plate we put in before. And then we have here, it looks like some more plates and brackets going on. Here. Okay, and then we need to take the slow piece and attach a sticker. And this sticker represents the center console. I think I'm trying to make sure I line everything up correctly. And so this is the curved slope and the console sticker on it. And we're going to pop that right into the middle of the car like that. And then we're just going to fill in some more of the dashboard here. And then the steering wheel goes on this side. And then we do the other axle block. And then we go into bag 4. What did I just knock off? Unless that was a spare. I don't see anything missing. Yeah, no, that was from the spares pile that I accidentally knocked over. Alright. Bag 4. So this is the Vantage. This is the back end of the Vantage. And then we got to build the rest of the car now. One of the cool things about Speed Champions cars, each having their own instruction book, even when they're a part of the same 2-pack set, is that you can build the cars in either order. Or you can share with a friend and you can each build a car. LEGO's been doing that friendship initiative lately, where if a build has modular sections, they've been doing separate instruction books so that you can build with friends. I appreciate that. So as usual, we will set the canopy aside, and we will set the the tires aside as well, so that they don't roll around on us as we build. And we have this little baggie of wheel covers, like we usually get. We'll set that aside until we need it. This step starts with putting a little 4x1 plate right there. And then we will continue with the build. There is a sticker here. Not bad. That was a bigger sticker, so it's easier to get my finger in there to line it up first try. So this is what the sub-assembly I just put together, and this will go on the side of the car like that. I assume we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So yeah, we're doing the same things. So I won't show off the sticker again because you know how that's going to go. You'll see it when I put it on the car. Since that's the side that's actually facing the camera, like that. Okay, yeah, everything's placed so far, so now I gotta be able to see it from this angle. And we do seem to have a bunch more of these lime green bits in this bag. So we'll be seeing some more of the car's trim as we build this up. Why does that feel uneven? All right. And we'll do this where we're not going to put them in the car at the end. I'd rather have them out on display. I'll show you what I do with the Speed Champions drivers, how I display them. We'll do that at the end of the stream, and I'll show you the two drivers, how I pose them with their cars. Okay, we have some hinged bases that we're about to put on. Hinges and speed champions means one thing, and that's precise angling to make precise shapes. Now, where are those hinge bases? There's one of them. Now I need to find the other one. There it is. And it just yeeted out of my hand, but was stopped by another piece. So there we go. And then we put this big brick in there to fill some space. And now we're just building up the layers on the front of the car so that the shaping can start to take effect. And we have a sub-assembly. As we did last time we did a 2-pack, we'll be doing a quick bio break between the two cars so I can get up and stretch and get comfortable. I'll try not to go as long as last time. I think I put those clips in correctly. It's Star Wars weekend this weekend. So I will be streaming Saturday night on Star Wars Day itself. I'll be streaming a Star Wars game, but I'm not sure which one. As the game, there are several Star Wars games I've been wanting to do on my channel, and most of them won't let me run them in a window. And in order to stream, I have to be able to run in a window. So I'll be doing a lot of configuration and testing on various Star Wars games tomorrow evening off stream, so I can find one I can get to work well enough for the stream on Saturday. Interesting use of these tooth bits. I wonder what part of the car's detail they're meant to represent. But yeah, it had these tooth bits. Maybe they're decorative bits. Maybe they're part of their function as part as a car component. I have no idea what those tooth bits are for. Probably decorative. All right, and then we line this up with some brackets. Then we get some more brackets on this side. And this assembly we're building is using a lot of pieces. You can already see the pile of parts in front of me really starting to shrink. Which means that once we finish this subassembly, this car is probably almost done. Now which way are we facing? Okay, there. And then we have these quarter round plates. Oh, I see. The tooth pieces are meant to represent some angular striping to go along with the other striping we have going on. Interesting. And then these round plates just to make up the bottom bumper, it looks like. So this attaches to this bracket like this. And that whole section that we just built went on the front of the car like that. And then we can put in the wheel arches. Let's see. Yeah. And then some more plates to make those little yellow studs invisible. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get up and stretch after the car before we start the other one. Health and comfort first. Lego second. I didn't have that lined up correctly. Alright, now we're doing some more stickering. And actually this one wants to be lined up flat. Okay. There we go. It would help if I actually had that sticker all the way on the piece. Like that. So that's what we just made. And it looks like it's meant to be a continuation of the striping we put along the bottom. Or maybe not, because it doesn't actually line up with that striping. And then we will do the same thing on the other side. And this one will go on like this to these brackets. And then we get this tile goes here. And then this tile and this one. Tiles mean we're in Speed Champions, tiles and smooth curved slopes like this usually mean we're finishing up the edges of the car. That means the car itself is almost done. And I don't mean to sound like I'm rushing it, because I really am enjoying this, but I do need to get up and stretch. And then a big curved slope here over the middle section here to finish up that shaping. And now I have some stickers to do. It looks like 6 stickers are going to go on this section here. So basically what we're doing is with these stickers is we're creating some these 2 big stickers here are creating a continuation of the stripe down the top of the car. And then also it looks like we're doing some hood ornamentation and headlights as well. And we're still not done with stickers on this set. There's still a few more stickers on my sticker sheet. Oh, shoot. My finger actually accidentally pressed that one in down, even though I hadn't had it lined up yet. So now there's going to be a visible crease on this sticker. Let's try that again. Better. Okay. There we go. 6 stickers. That step is done. Okay. And now we have these curved slope wedges with printed headlights on them. Incorrect. It's supposed to line up with the rest of the car. Like that. And then it has us putting on the canopy, but there's still a bunch of pieces left over, so. Oh, before I put the canopy on, check it out. It's printed with some more of the stripe and then the Aston Martin Racing logo. Okay, so now it looks like we're building the tail fin that most of the Speed Champions cars have some version of. And we get to put on this big Aston Martin Racing sticker on. Stay straight. That's what the spoiler looks like. And that will attach, that'll clip onto the back of the car here. And then there's a few more stickers that go around. It looks like 5 simple stickers in this step. We finished the last piece of the center stripe here on this piece. And that's very crooked. Let me try that again. And that section is designed such that it's next to impossible to get my finger in there to pull this up. Let me make sure I didn't crease anything onto the back, because that would be obvious. Good enough. So it looks like these are supposed to line up with the edges of the window. These patterns here. Maybe. Looks like these may not be window, but actually just detailing bits. I'm not sure. One more sticker. That's totally not lined up well. Let me try that one again. I overcompensated too much with that attempt. Good enough. So there's the stickers we just put along the back of the car. Oh, that one's crooked. Let me go back and redo this one. That one's pretty straight. Better. Not perfect. Good enough, though. And now we get to attach wheels to the car, but first, this is what the empty sticker sheet looks like. And now let's pull out our little packet of wheels. And we want those. Okay. So let's put away the extra wheels. We'll put them back in the little packet so that they don't go all over the place. And then I'll add them into my spares pile after stream when I'm cleaning up. And so now we get to press these wheels into the tires. That's what they look like. There's our wheels, and I'll go ahead and attach them. And there we go. And there is our completed car. This is our Aston Martin Vantage GT3. It's a beautiful car. I like this one. The box didn't do it justice, but I think those light green accents go well against the dark gray. All right, we'll put it in the middle, and I will take our driver. I'm setting up a little thing so that you have something to look at while I go do a quick stretch and bio brake. And we'll stand him on the hood. Oh, those aren't studs. I guess we'll put him on the roof of the car then. So there you go. Here's the car with the driver attached. And that's the best view I can give you. And meanwhile, in the corner, I'll put up preview of coming attractions. This is the Valkyrie AMR Pro, which we are building as soon as I finish the break. I'll see you in a few minutes. Not too long a break this time. Let's get right into the other car. One last look at the Vantage GT3 and the driver. I like that racing uniform. You'll notice the driver of the other car has a very similar racing uniform, except it's in gray instead of green. So basically, it's the green uniform for the gray car and the gray uniform for the green car. It's kind of cool how they set that up. So now we're going to build the Valkyrie AMR Pro, which is this beautiful lime green car with black and red highlights. And of course, let's get the sticker sheet ready. It doesn't look like a lot of stickers on this one. Actually, this is a tiny amount of stickers in comparison to most speed champions. We'll be okay. So as you can see from the picture, bag 1 is the back half of the car, and bag 2 is the front half of the car. And it looks like this is one of those cars with unique shaping that doesn't actually use the chassis piece. You can't see any evidence of the chassis piece sticking out from the bag 1 image here. So let's get bag 1 open. And you'll notice that the Speed Champions tradition of 2 packs having one man driver and one lady driver, one girl. This tradition continues through this set as well. So there's bag 1. I never throw out the bags of a Lego set until I finish the build, just in case pieces get caught up and I don't notice them. And then I have to go back through the bags and check and make sure there's nothing in them. So that's happened to me a couple times. I think it's only happened to me once or twice on stream though. All right, let's open up our parts palette so that we can see what we're doing better. All right, let's find the we need to put together the minifigure. And once again, we're not going to put her helmet on because she doesn't have a car yet to drive. So she doesn't need the helmet yet. So there's our driver. Beautiful racing uniform. And then there's the back, again with the Aston Martin Racing logo on it. And we will sit her in the corner here to watch her car be built. And we have to give her the helmet. And of course, we also need to find in this pile of parts, she did come with a standard wrench as per the instructions here, so we need to set that aside for her as well. There it is. We have our driver, we have her accessories. Let's start building the car. Starting with the axle block. And then we have some Technic bricks going on here. It's always interesting when a Speed Champions car doesn't use the standard chassis piece, because it means you're going to get some really cool, unique shaping going on. We just passed the hour and a half mark for stream, so I think we're making good time for tonight. I was given instructions to finish by a certain time, so so far we're not in any sort of trouble regarding that. Alright, so that's what we have so far. Just a little tiny bit of the underside of the car. Now it looks like we do an assembly here. That's not the right bracket. When you're working with brackets, be careful, because there are certain kinds of brackets that look similar with subtle differences. You got to be sure you're using the correct type. Okay, so this is going to attach on like this. And then I assume, yes, we do the same thing for the other side. where's the corner plate? You'd think with this many different colors of pieces, it'll be easier to do your part hunt. But again, in the limited lighting that I have, black is a little difficult to work with and see. This one will go on here like this. So that's what we have so far. And then we have a Technic brick and a Technic pin. And then the pin studs. The pin stud pieces are cool because you can use them to turn a Technic brick into a studs not on top brick. I did that incorrectly. So I'll tell you how I'm going to salvage this. I'm going to take the pin out. We're going to get the other Technic brick. And now we're going to make sure everything lines up correctly, like this. And then on the last bit of the pin, we have a 1x1 brick. Effectively functioning as a jumper, it looks like. And then we have one of these reverse tiles that are flat on the bottom, but studded on top. And then we need some actual jumper pieces. Go down the middle of that, and I need one more. And then this will attach to this like this, as long as it lines up correctly. No, we got to make sure everything is straight. We're all sorts of out of alignment here. Let's fix that, and then we will be able to fix that. It keeps wanting to wobble out of place. So this will attach onto here like this, and that should help to hold things straight. So that's what we got so far. And now we just got to keep on adding pieces until it looks like the underside of a car. This one I'm really interested to see how it all comes together, seeing as we have a non-standard start. That goes here. Okay, so now we come around to this side, and we have these axle pieces, except they're not going to be car axles. They're called axle pieces. That's the Lego terminology for them, and we're going to use them to build up some of the middle structure of the underside of the car. Here's one of those 1x5s that I can't get used to. By now I'm used to them. I just joke about it. Because 1x5s were never a thing uh, when I grew up with Lego many years ago. 1x5s weren't a thing until the last couple of years. Okay, this lines up here. Don't know what the point was of using both Technics and a hinge. Except maybe to make it even sturdier than it would have been with one or the other, I guess. But that's how that whole section snapped in. This instruction book actually has several more pages than the other instruction book. So this is probably a more involved build overall. Well, we know it is, because we're actually building the chassis on this one. We don't have a basic shape to get us started like on most Speed Champions cars. I think only 2 other cars in my collection so far did this, where you built the chassis out of individual pieces. Now we have the short axles. They go into these little tubes. And then we have to do another one of those. When I finish Speed Champions, I do want to start up a Lego Star Wars collection. But I want to focus on like one big theme, one major theme in my collection at a time. And then, of course, the side stuff will always be an ongoing thing. But I need to focus on subsets of my collection. Okay, so this isn't these are the pieces we usually use for axle blocks, but it looks like here we're not using it for that. These are going to make up some of the side structure for the car. And then some plates to secure those in. Alright, so we're continuing to build up the structure of the car. And this probably has something to do with why this instruction manual has more pages than the other one. Because we're building up more of the car's foundation. Well, we know this visor piece is going to be extra. Let me set it aside. Okay, and then we got some more of these Technic pieces. You don't see a lot of Technic in Speed Champions, but the cars that have these custom individually shaped chassis, these do use a lot of Technic. Regular Lego does tend to use a lot of Technic for creating base structures. It's because it makes the foundation more solid than traditional Lego brick pieces. Technic-based frameworks are stronger and more solid. And these slopes represent our first little bit of the exterior color of the car that are going onto this frame. And then we have these big wide brackets going on. So here's what we have so far with those brackets added. And actually, it kind of looks like a blocky shape so far. They could have gone with the chassis piece. Okay, maybe there's something in the shaping that hasn't come up yet that I do not know. But to me, so far, it looks blocky enough that they could have gone with the chassis piece. Still, I do appreciate the extra steps involved because that's more time and more technique to build with. It looks like the majority of the pieces left at this point are the lime green color that makes up the exterior of the car. So think we're I think we're pretty much done with the framing and moving on to detailing. For now, at least. When we open up the bag with the second half of this car, I'm sure there'll be a little more framing going on for that end of the car. This attaches how? Overlapping over those like that, it looks like. So now what it looks like what we're doing is we're building up the side wall of the car where the door would be on an actual car. And then we do the same thing on the other side, it looks like. There's the big wedge. And that goes on here. And then these brackets. Making sure to get the correct brackets because there's a similar ones. And then we have the wheel arches. And there should be one more that goes on like that. I see why they didn't use the regular chassis piece, because all this shaping in the middle would not have lined up appropriately. Pretty clever how they did this, I must say. All right, we're starting to see some bits of shaping finally start to come together. It would be helpful if I actually had everything lining up properly. There we go. That's how Lego is supposed to snap together. How does this one line up? On there, maybe? It's not very clear from the picture how exactly that's supposed to go on. I hope I did it correctly. But if I did it incorrectly, we can fix it. I put those on the wrong side, surface of the bracket, obviously. Okay. Let's try that again. Now that attached. Okay, here's a 2x step, but a fairly simple one. So, not a big deal. We have these little trans red plates to represent parts of the taillight system. Looks like it's supposed to line up on there, which means I did place the other section correctly. Now let's do one for the other side. All right. And we have our first couple stickers. These look like not that difficult. It's just the Aston Martin Racing logo going down these slopes we just put up. So the first stickers of this car have been applied. It's just the AMR Racing logo on those slopes. Let's continue. Okay. Did the piece go under something, or am I missing a piece? Yeah, that's not the piece. I'm not seeing it here. Let's check the bag. Yeah, remember what I said before, never throw out the bags until you finish the build. We found the missing piece. And it just attaches back here like that. And now these go on those exposed studs. So these metallic colored candlestick pieces make up the exhaust pipes. And I just dropped something. Excuse me a minute. Usually, once the Lego stream, one piece that I've already put on decides to yeet itself off. Hold on, I need to get my flashlight for this. Bear with me a minute. This is a piece I cannot afford to lose. Alright, so now I have the light against my floor. I'm looking for any hint of bright red to show me where the piece might have rolled off to. Not there. Well, it didn't go under the chair. I just pulled the chair out, and there is no red piece here. Okay, it didn't fall on the chair itself, which means it definitely went to floor level, which means I might have a little problem going on. The piece that fell is not a piece that they package as a spare, so I have to find it. Where could it have gone? Trying to see if it bounced off into here, maybe. This is not good. Well, I found my scissors that had gone missing. Now I found several items that I thought were missing, but not the missing piece. Well, there's no red this side of the desk. Okay. What are my options here? I can try looking on the other side of the desk and see if it bounced out anywhere. Found it. It was hiding in the shadow of the desk. That's why I didn't see any red. We just wasted about 10 minutes on that whole affair. All right, let's reset the table. Fix. Let's turn the flashlight off. And get back on. Let's get back on track now. Give me one moment. Bear with me one moment. While I was using my flashlight, which is on my phone, I noticed that there were a whole bunch of notifications. So, all right, let's get back to our build. We have our two exhaust pipes on the back. We will fix the wedge. And that's what the back of the car looks like so far. And now we're going to add some more of these pieces, which I assume are the beginnings of the shaping for the back side of the car. There's not too many pieces left in this bag. I do apologize for the long delay. Okay, and this looks like it's meant to be a central tail light. Oh, I didn't build that up all the way. I forgot to attach that. Now I can put that on like that. And that's how that whole section went on. And this Lego collection would not have been possible overall without that trip to Disney World, making me realize how much I missed Lego. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we just built this big curvy section, and this attaches on top of the back of the car somehow. Okay, those brackets line up with those brackets. It's not going to attach if this piece is not lined up correctly, though. That may be why I couldn't figure out the attachment point. Okay, let's try that again. Those brackets line up with those brackets. And that presses on like that. And now that big curvy frame has been applied to the back side of the car. It's interesting seeing how all these different slopes come together. So we have a tile, we have a sticker, this is a cool sticker. It looks like red tooth marks. And that will line up on these brackets and secure secure them. And then we'll do another one of those for the other side. There's some more of the tooth stripe markings. And these will go and line up on the brackets on this side. And that's what they look like on attached to the sides. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I just had the whole thing pointed away from the camera. Okay, and then we're doing some work with hinges. This is to make some more of the precise shaping, I guess, because hinges on Speed Champions always mean shaping. But here it just has us attached with the hinge side open. So maybe we're not yet adding the part that goes there. So that's what the wheel arches look like with those slopes attached. And then some more tiling. Okay, time to go into the other bag. So let's set all these off. And it is time for the last bag here. So this is what the back half of the Valkyrie AMR Pro looks like. And I can tell from the picture, we're not done stickering that back section. But I guess it wants us to do some more of the build first before we put those last stickers on. And we'll set aside the canopy and of course the tires. We don't want the tires rolling around on us. Alright, let's get out the rest of our pieces. Alright, let's begin with this. Let's begin with this part of the build. So it looks like we need the little black axle first. Oh yeah, and this big red fan piece. Excuse me a moment. I had an itch, but let's continue. Where's the little axle? Is that the piece that I saw rolling off the table? I hope not. But let me look around. If I were a little black axle, where in a pile? There it is. We'll press that into the little fan blade. And then I have a thick black Technic piece there. And it looks like our fan blade piece gets a couple of stickers. So there's the number 9 sticker. And then we have a matching sticker for the other side. and it just says Valkyrie, and the other sticker on the other side is the same. And this pin's here on this axle here and pointing towards the back, making a tail fin. Or not a tail fin, because it's not the very back of the car, but just a fin. And here we're going to do another assembly. So there it is. So we put the slope wedge brick on top of the wedge plate. And then we keep adding pieces. And then we have this little arch piece. And then wedge plate, wedge slope, corner, and arch. And then some brackets. And then plates and slopes. All right, let's gotta do one more of those. And then we gotta actually put them onto the assembly. How do these go on? Like this, I think. So this is the assembly we just built up. And we're gonna put this on the car. Around, and we're gonna attach it somehow around the tail fin. Or I said tail again. Around the fin. Looks like it's supposed to attach on those two studs right there. but I can't get it to go down in. There we go. We got it attached. And now it lines up with the rest of the back of the car. It's designed like that. Now I realize what those quarter tiles were that we put on the back of the car. Okay, let's move on. And then we get a little slope. And it looks like the purpose of this slope is just to cap off and hide the construction. And of course it's black. And which makes it harder to find against the other pieces. There it is. We're going to put this into the top like this, and that just closes off the top and gives it a smoother look. And now we're putting the seats in. Like that. And that's what the seats look like. And now looking at the bottom of the car. How does this go in? It's supposed to line up like that. That much I can tell. I guess that's how it's supposed to go. And we do the same thing on this side. Are we still looking? No, we're back to the top of the car after this assembly. Okay. I don't have them lined up evenly. There, that's better. All right. So now we have the bracket, and then we have the curved slope piece. And And then coming around on this side, we have a different kind of bracket. And quarter tile. Make sure I put it on the correct side, and that way when I turn the bracket around and attach it like this to the assembly, this whole section looks like it attaches to that and then onto the main base itself like that. Now that's cool. So the quarter tile is oriented precisely to give us this nice little curved finish there. So now we'll do the same thing on the other side. It's little details like that that really set the Speed Champions Generation 2 line a bit above and beyond some of the other LEGO themes. There it is. So now we'll just attach this section to this side. Yeah, like that. Yeah, looking good on the bottom. And then we just, looks like we, looks like we just tile off the sides there like this. And I just knocked something loose, but nothing I can't fix. And we just put those little tiles on the sides to smooth out the sides of the car. And now it looks like we're putting in the dash and steering. So the steering wheel is now inside the car. And then some jumpers over here. It looks like we're going to begin framing up the front side of the car now. The front end of the car, I should say. It looks like the whole front end of the car is a big sub-assembly. Okay, stickers. Okay, so what these stickers are doing is they're adding a little bit of a red stripe to these round black tiles here. So that's what it looks like with the stickers attached. And here we're doing the front axle block. Which attaches onto this assembly like this. And now we're just going to keep building up this front end assembly until it looks like the front end of a car. All right, and then we put some more plates in. And we're going to start to color up this end of the car, it looks like. And sorry about that. I thought I saw a text on my phone, but it was just an unimportant notification. So yeah, there's only about 20 pages of instructions left. This car is going to be done pretty quickly at this point. then we have the round bricks. Do these represent exposed engine cylinders? Speed Champions doesn't usually do engines, although once in a while if there's an exposed engine part, they have to represent it for accuracy, but not the whole engine, just the exposed part. Actually, no, it looks like they get covered up. Or no, we're looking at the other end. I'm actually not sure. I guess we'll find out as this assembly continues to develop. I put those on the wrong surface. You gotta be paying attention when you're working with studs not on top bricks. And it looks like these traditional car door pieces are being used for some shaping here. Dropping that piece earlier, that really slowed down the time for this build. I'm hoping to finish soon because I'm supposed to do something when my brother gets home. Okay, so we're going to put on the wheel arches now. And now we just got to cover this top surface with these black jumpers. Let's make sure that these are lined up so that I can put the other piece in. That one didn't go off the table. I managed to catch it. All right. And then what's going on down here? I see how this is all lining up. We did cover up the round bricks, so I think they're just used for structure. Interesting. There's a dark, what appears to be a dark green stripe going down the middle of the lime green. This is the only appearance of the dark green through this whole build, as far as I can tell. And then we put on the printed headlight pieces. There should be another print. There it is. I think this is the first car I've done where an entire half of the car almost was done as a separate assembly. Okay, so that's what we just put together. The front of the car is coming along. Okay, so we have an interesting assembly going on here. And it looks like the kind of thing we'll have to do twice, once for each side of the car. Transparent clip plate. I've never seen the clip plates in transparent before. Okay, so this is what we just built. It's got these transparencies on the bottom. And this looks like it attaches onto the bars somehow. Did I not orient those bar pieces correctly? It says it's supposed to be this way, but clearly that's wrong. There is no other bar to attach these clips to. Hold on. I need to go back a bit. Oh, okay. I see what went wrong here. These bar pieces are supposed to be folded down to the side like that. I missed that. Now, I can take this assembly and attach it to the clip like that. And that is done as intended now. So that's what that looks like attached. And I assume, yes, that we build one for the other side. And this one will attach to this bar on this side. And this whole assembly will now attach to the front of the car. And we have that same Technic pins and hinge connection for double strength down there like that. And now the front section of the car is attached. And then now I guess we just fill in the rest of the details around the middle front where the attachment is. Starting with these 1x4 tiles. It's a little tricky to get my fingers are too big to go in there, but we got them. Alright, curved slope. And this curved slope has a sticker. And the sticker looks like it's a console sticker, part of the controls for the car. Oh shoot, there's a visible crease. I didn't lay that sticker straight. Hold on. Okay, better. So this is what the console sticker looks like. And we're gonna press that into the middle of the car. Like that. And now it looks like we're gonna do some more of the edging, which does look like it uses some more of those hinges for precise angling. And that, okay, so that lines up with these hinges. And then, okay, so that will line up with this hinge like this. Interesting how they're doing the shaping here. I'm sure we put something over here on this end to hold it in place. So now we build the hinge frame for the other side. And I'm very low on pieces. It looks like we're almost done. I just might make my time guideline after all. It looks like these are meant to be straight on this side and then hinge in on that side. And then it wants us to do the wheels before we do anything else. And these have a cool printed wheel covers. Look at that's the wheel cover for this car. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful pattern. Don't know why we're doing the wheels not last on this car, because on most cars it's last, but I guess they have their reasons. Okay, the wheels are done. And then we put in these wedges. It looks like these wedges there's gaps that are supposed to run parallel to the hinge framing we put in. And then here's the printed canopy with the Valkyrie logo on it. And then there's 7 stickers. I would have preferred to do the stickers before attaching the wheels. Now there's a danger of it rolling around on me as I try to line these up. but I'll do my best. So there's the front sticker. I lined up the stripe pretty well. Obviously from the side it looks gappy, but if you look at it from head on, it's pretty straight. And now I'll do the rest. And with the wheels and the canopy on, that means that once we finish these last couple stickers, we're done with this car. Which means we can find an exit raid. Okay, and then there's this red T-stripe, which looks like it's supposed to represent a continuation of the fin into the body. So of course that one has to line up properly. And then we have some continuation of the tooth striping in the back. That is still totally not even. Last sticker. That's a cool stickering pattern on this car. Okay, now it shows us it's perfectly straight, but we're supposed to push them in as far as they can go once you put the driver in. We straighten it out to put the driver in, and then we push that in once the driver is secure. But we're not going to worry about that because we're not putting the driver inside. So here's our Valkyrie AMR Pro. This car has, before we take a closer look at it, our final look, there's the sticker sheet. Finally done with stickers for the night. So here's the car, front, back. Some nice detailing on this one. I like the color scheme. The black, red, and lime green work well together. Okay. You know what we have to do. We have to get the driver ready for display. So there's the driver. One last look at the racing uniform. And the driver will stand on her car. like I have all my other drivers do. And we will bring in the other car. This was the Valkyrie AMR Pro, and this one was the Vantage GT3. And we have two members of the Aston Martin Racing team uh, ready to go. Let us now find an exit raid. Okay. Um, let's take a quick look. Who's available? Oh, Ash is playing Star Trek tonight. Issa is still on. How long has Issa been going? We just hit the 3 hour mark. Issa's been going 3.5 hours. Bear with me. It's forcing me to see an ad. I want to make sure she's not getting ready to exit out. Because right now, she's the only musician on my list, other than the other musician who told me not to raid with less than 10. Okay, bear with me a minute. I'm going to take my chances. I only have one musician on here right now, so let's do this. We're going to raid Issa again. You're going to love her music show. She might be leaving soon. She's already been streaming 3 hours, but right now she's the only musician I have on my list. Other than the musician we just rated on last stream. And I like to rate a variety. So we're going to rate Issa tonight. Have a good night. And next time I see you will be Saturday for a Star Wars game. And then the next stream after that will be another Speed Champions 2 pack. And then I have some more single cards coming behind that as well. Have a good night.
Hey, look at that.